Hello, my name is Dr. Marco Achukwujide. If you're among those who recently graduated from any higher institution of learning or will soon graduate, I congratulate you and I wish you the very best in your future career. I want to quickly look at this very important discussion. Beyond education, what counts? You will most likely agree with me that education is important. But then the question is, beyond education, what counts? And that is what we'll be looking at in the next few minutes. Now, what has education done for you? Education has opened your eyes to self-discipline. It has inculcated that discipline in your life. And that is part of what the school tried to achieve when you are given assignments and all of that. It has taught you how to think critically and very analytical. It has taught you how to think outside the box for innovative solutions to issues of life. In case you still want to know more about how to think outside the box, check my video here and you'll see that detailed discussion. Education has taught you how to identify and correctly consider different options in life, because life will always present you with different options. But it has taught you how to make the right decision. What has education not done for you? Education does not define everything you will be. And that is why someone who didn't do well in the university or in any higher institution will come out very successful, could become very successful in life. As someone who did well in the higher institution may come out and not be successful. So what defines who you are is not basically that education. No doubt, education is important. It is only an enabler in your career. It enables you to choose your area of career. You know, I met this woman who influenced my life. I actually wanted to study pharmacy, but in the course of my interaction with her, she felt I had the strength in social science. By the time I was talking with her, she was a bank manager, but I discovered that she studied history in the university. But she found interest in banking, and that is how she found herself there and grew through the career. I worked in an IT firm, a very big one for that matter, implementing software solutions to many organizations. And then I met the head of our IT. I discovered she studied biochemistry, but she developed interest in ICT and grew her, skills in that area. So education is only an enabler. It enables you to become what you want to be. But it does not define who you are. Something else defines who you are, and that is your character. That is your personality. That is how you treat others. How you treat others defines who you are. In addition, your ability to respond to situation also determines who you are. All right? Your ability to respond to situation in a creative manner defines who you are, whether you become successful or not. Now, let's look at the issue of character, your personality. The truth is that this defines who you are, your character. And that is how you treat others. How you treat others defines your character, whether they are poor or they are rich, whether they are fair or they are black, whatever is their color, whatever is their faith, whatever is their tribe. How you treat others counts so much. It defines who you are. It defines whether you are a lovable person or not. Of course, a lovable person is someone who has this attractive quality that attracts affection. Your attitude means a lot. It matters a lot. I attended an interview somewhere, and then 5 of us were presented for the last stage of the interview. And then we were asked to pick ballot paper on who we go in first to meet the panel. I think I picked number 3 or number 4. A lady picked number 5. And then the first person went in and took quite some time. So the second person went in. When the second person went in, the last person, number 5, made a request whether she could be considered to go as the third person because she needed to travel far. And the guy who was ahead of me said, no, me too, I also need to travel. And he wasn't considerate. Even if you want to say no, there's a way you say that no. Everyone will know that you are being considerate. And the person making the request is the person in charge of the interview panel who ushers us in. And the panel said, go and get their consent before you make any change. And then they asked me, will you want her to go, permit her to go in? I said, no problem. I'm also traveling far, but that notwithstanding, I think she has more distance to cover than myself. So she can go in first. And then someone from the panel stepped out and came to say, thank you to me for being considerate. Little did we know that that is actually the man who was to be the head of the unit, the preferred candidate we work with. Maybe that was part of the plus I had. And at the end of the day, I got the job out of 5 of us. Our attitude, your attitude matters so much. How you treat others. When I graduated and I got that job, the first job I got in the bank, you have to leave very early to start up work. But I was staying with a family friend I considered as a big uncle. In that house, I had to try my best to make sure I contribute. I contribute to what is happening. That I'm relevant to him. And that is your attitude. You don't just come and sit with people and become useless. Your attitude matters. And that speaks volume for you. So your character is what counts for you beyond education. Everybody is important. Treat everyone with dignity and respect. That poor girl beside you, that young man beside you, who may not be privileged today, deserves all dignity. So treat people with dignity. You may need that poor person or that rich person around you to step into your next opportunity in life. And you will always be remembered by what you have done, how you have treated others, how you have treated the people around you could speak for you or against you in the face of new opportunity. The poor and very vulnerable girl or boy around you deserve all the respect. Don't take advantage of somebody because of your elevated position. Or maybe the person is downcast, the person is somewhere below, and you take advantage of that person. That defines who you are. Okay? Things can suddenly turn around. But even if things don't turn around, respect people because of who they are. The dignity God has bestowed on mankind, is important to recognize it and respect people for it. So your character, your personality, it is what will count beyond your education. And that is why I need you to realize that every human being counts. Every human being counts. It's important that you realize that as you live your life and pursue your dream career, realize that human being counts. It is not all about who they are now, but the fact that they are representatives of God here on earth, who can become anything tomorrow. That person you think is nobody today could become somebody very important tomorrow. So never seek wealth or promotion without character. Your character can make or mar your career and your future. And that is why you need to take it as serious as it deserves. In today's rapidly evolving professional landscape, of course, technical skills, knowledge are undeniably crucial, very, very important for you to succeed in life. However, alongside proficiency in your area of career or interest, the significance of character trait cannot be overemphasized. And that is what I need you to bear in mind as a young graduate. It counts so much Of course, there are a lot of areas of character traits to be considered. But I just want to mention these 5 of them here. The issue of trust. Trustworthiness is very, very important. This is one of the fundamental pillars of character, and that is trustworthiness. If trust cannot be maintained in any relationship, that relationship will collapse. It has to do with your reliability, consistency, and being honest in your action and your commitment. The second one is integrity. It's just like the first one. Integrity is the cornerstone of character. It involves adhering to a set of moral and ethical principles, even in the face of challenges and temptations. It could be some people have walked into a place to work, and there is this test for their integrity and they failed it. The other one is the issue of respectfulness. Respect is a fundamental aspect of character. It involves recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every individual. Of course, the other one is empathy. Empathy has to do with, your ability to understand and appreciate the feeling, the perspectives, and the experience of others, and put that into consideration in making your decision. And the last I want to look at here is showing appreciation. As simple as it is, a lot of young persons are failing in this area. People work hard, maybe to help you, maybe to assist you, maybe to support you. And one of the best ways you can show that you care and that you actually appreciate what they have done is to express that appreciation. You can say it in different ways. Just a word of thanks. I appreciate. It means a lot. So these are a few of such character traits. But the important thing I want you to note here is that character can be developed. If your educational training or experience has not helped you develop character, my dear, I want to encourage you to patiently learn character. That may require you to unlearn the things you are doing now and to relearn what you need to run for in life. Relearn what is necessary. That character that will put you on advantage position is what you need to learn. For those of you who are very familiar with the Holy Scripture, the Scripture says somewhere that the truth is that experience is what models your character. Character is developed based on the experience you have. He said, consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, when you face different trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. That is character trying to be formed. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature, complete, lacking nothing. If you want to be mature, and maturity is not a function of age, maturity is a function of your character. If you want to be mature, you need character. You need patience. You need patience. I had this experience when I graduated, and then I had this lecturer who deliberately wanted to make sure I didn't graduate with my colleagues. It was a painful experience. But I learned how to forgive, how to let go and move on. And that is how character is developed. Character can actually be developed. Billy Graham said, and I agree with him, that when wealth is lost, nothing is lost, because you can always regain your wealth. When health is lost, something is lost, because that can stagnate you. But when character is lost, everything is lost. And that is why people who are successful in life know that when you have lost everything, character is the last thing you can hold on to. And with it, you can bounce back. I had this friend somewhere in Ibadan. He had a big shop where he was selling textiles material. And one day there was this fire outbreak in the market. His shop and many other shops along that line got burnt. He came to 0 point because he just brought in goods from the market. But somehow, because he has proved himself in character, his customer asked him how much it would take to rebuild his shop. The man that supplies him clothes rebuilt that shop for him and gave him a goods worth almost 20 million to start up with, so that he can be paying him as he makes sales. That is what character can help you in. Once you've been able to do that, people can trust you and they can run with you. Good friend, every day of your life is an opportunity to learn character. Such opportunity often presents as an exam. And that is why every day is opportunity to either pass or fail in the class of character learning. I want to encourage you, given that you have acquired education, let every day of your life count for you as an opportunity to be a better person. As you relate with people around you, the way you treat them determines whether you are learning this or not. Thank you very much for giving audience to this discussion. I wish you the very, very best in your future career. Do not forget, your attitude is everything. Your character speaks volume. It matters a lot. It can make or mar your career. I know you are going to succeed, and that is why I encourage you to take your character very serious. I wish you the very best. Thank you. Cheers.